So I just found out that I'm going to be on TV on Sunday morning. Just a small local news channel. Not a big deal. I'm terrified. And off we go! There's a triathlon this morning, so we were worried there might be heavy traffic or roads blocked or something. So we left super early, and now we are walking on the promenade because I feel kind of dumb to go into the building like half an hour before I'm supposed to.
Rachel, thank you very much for joining us here on Morning Live. And for the benefit of our viewers, maybe you can give us a brief synopsis quickly.
Hi Sam, good morning. Okay, The Trouble with Falling is a mostly light-hearted coming-of-age love story. It follows Sophie. She's just finished school where she had a horrible and heartbreaking end to her first very serious relationship. So she has since sworn off love because she thinks that can only bring her misery. And the only guy that she's allowed herself to care for since is Lex, who is the artist that she chats to online every day, because that doesn't really feel like a real relationship. Then onto the scene walks Caleb, and Caleb is Sophie's sister's best man at Sophie's sister's upcoming wedding. And for some reason, he is determined to break through Sophie's hard exterior, and to her dismay, he actually starts succeeding. Then, out of the blue, Lex, the online guy, suggests that he and Sophie should meet in real life. So suddenly she's got these two guys that she is falling for when she was never meant to fall for anyone.
But Sophie is somebody who, you've rightfully said, has had a horrible relationship prior to meeting Caleb. And this boy has destroyed her in many ways. So she chooses her own company, but it's a forced exile in many ways because she's also lashing against Isabella, who's a close friend and neighbor of hers, who she's moved away from. She's cut her off from her family. She's decided to be, and I think a lot of young people, when they fall in love, go through this kind of doomsday that's the end. I'll never find love again. I don't want to love. It's too painful.
Yeah. And that is one of the reasons why I actually like writing for a teen, young adult audience and that age group, just because all the emotions are so heightened then and everything is so big deal and huge and life and death, and your first love is so momentous and your first heartbreak is just like a tragedy, the end of the world. And so I guess Sophie made this mistake of kind of pushing everyone away and just getting really involved in this relationship in the past that wasn't healthy for her, and she kind of ended up being really on her own. So when it ended, she was also on her own, and that left her in an even worse space, which has kind of given her this idea that love is never going to end well for her and she should just stay on her own.
We've got to bear in mind that she's only 18 years old though, and a bit of a drama queen.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you try and be very responsible because when Lex suggests that they meet in Rome because he's got tickets to this event, that she then asks him questions, but I don't really know you, and all of those things. So there's an element of safety when you're meeting somebody online, and I was quite happy that you try to kind of drum that into young people's heads that you can't just meet somebody even though they've been talking online for almost 2 years.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't want to encourage something like that, just meeting somebody online and then going off and meeting them in real life, because that's not always safe to do. But in this case, and obviously when you read the story, you find out why she knows that it is safe to eventually meet up.
Why were you so diabolical? Why did you give Lex and Caleb very similar personalities, because Caleb is light-hearted, he wants to see the fun. Lex is supportive, it's like they're the opposite of the same coin.
I guess they were both opposites to Sophie, really, and so they kind of brought out the best in her, because she's just become so dry and sarcastic and sees the worst in everything, just because of what her past how her past has made her view the world. And so both of these guys are just a lot more easygoing and positive, and they kind of poke fun at her hard exterior, and they get her to kind of come out of her shell a little bit.
Who was your favorite character to create? I know Sophie is down in the dumps most of the first part of the book, but Caleb seems to be that breath of fresh air, and I think we all kind of know Caleb, don't we?
Yeah, I think so. I like to think that, well, I probably base a little bit of all my romantic love interests on my husband, because obviously he's the love of my life.
Okay.
But he's a big joker, and he takes the best out of me, and he gets me to laugh all the time. I call him my sunshine.
True story.
So there's obviously a little bit of him in both of those guys.
Let's talk about the duality of the fact that Sophie is somebody completely different with Caleb and somebody completely different with Lex, because she even has a different name with Lex. He calls her Ash.
Yeah, so that's because they met through online, like an art-related social media, a fictional one which I just made up for the purposes of the story. And so they have a username, and her username is Angel SH, so ASH, so he comes to call her Ash. And she's a lot more open with him, because it feels like this kind of safe relationship that doesn't exist in real life. It exists on her computer and on her phone and her iPad, and that's where it stays. And she doesn't know him in real life. He doesn't know her family or her friends. He doesn't know her whole backstory. So she kind of feels safer to open up a bit. Whereas when Caleb comes along and he's part of the whole like big happy celebration for her sister getting married, which is not her deal at all, and she's trying to distance herself from this happy ending rubbish that she doesn't believe in. So she is way more guarded around him. And when he tries to get her to open up, she's initially very standoffish.
We're going to leave it there. It's called The Trouble with Falling. It's by Rachel Morgan. We didn't get into the pseudonym. She also writes under the name of Rochelle. Okay, we take an ad break. Don't go anywhere. By the way, this book is not aimed at anybody over the age of 30. If you're young, 16, 18, take an ad break.
Guys, it's over. I survived. I'm still alive.
Coffee time.
Coffee time. Oh, I can relax now. It actually wasn't that bad, but like if I did this on a regular basis, I'm pretty sure I would have a stomach ulcer, because the nerves over the past 4 days have just been like extreme. It's kind of weird. You go in and there's the lady in a little room, and you have your makeup touch-up thingy done, and then you go sit in another room and you just wait and you watch the TV so you can see the channel that you're about to be on, and the time ticks by like really slowly and you get more and more anxious. And then some guy came along and he took me to another room where I had the earpiece so that I could hear. Oh, because the main studio is in Joburg and I'm in Cape Town, so I didn't even get to sit like face to face with the real person. I'm just like staring at a camera and listening to the guy asking me questions in my ear and a little microphone thingy on my jersey, and then I'm just sitting there waiting for my turn, and then the guy comes back and says, no, this microphone is not working so well, and now there's only a few minutes to go, and I'm like, oh, what if he doesn't change it in time? And that was fine. And then I knew I was going on after the weather report, and I swear this was like the longest weather report I've ever seen. Was it really long?
It was very long.
It was like it was the whole of the continent, actually. It was the whole of the African continent that they were doing weather for. So it was just me and the camera lady in this room, and then I assume they put this picture behind me of Cape Town, probably. So I'm listening to the guy in my ear, and there's a tiny little screen next to the camera, but it's delayed, so that was weird. So I tried not to look at that. Just stare at the camera, listen to the questions. Half the time I was not sure if I was even answering what he asked me, And then it was over, and I'm still alive.